Marches, and for more on that march in Johannesburg CBD, we're joined by our reporter Mbongeni Muthwa. Let's see if we got you now. Mbongeni, a very good morning to you, and can you tell us how many people have pitched for that march?
Well, the march is about to get underway. As you can see all around me, people have been arriving with buses, others with trains. We are told that there's people that are going to be coming from all over Gauteng. There's even buses that have been arranged to bring people from as far as Limpopo, Mpumalanga, and the Northwest Province. But right now I'm joined by the General Secretary of NUMSA, Mr. Ivan Jim, the organizer of this march, to tell us a bit more about what you can expect today. Mr. Jim, thank you very much for joining us. Today's march, are you happy with the turnout so far?
Well, workers are still arriving. We're starting. We're very happy with what we're seeing this morning. We think workers have stood down in Johannesburg. This is the mother of all battles against capitalism that breeds corruption, that hemorrhages jobs, but also we'll be using today to actually hand over to government memorandums that basically demand what frankly government must do to defend the jobs and to basically take measures against the 2 decades neoliberal policies it has implemented that are basically destroying and fracturing manufacturing, because unless we stand up and challenge these neoliberal policies, if these jobs are destroyed, they will never come back. Of course, the greed of capitalism, the looting around tenders, where SOEs are supposed to be putting together stimulus packages to create jobs, we are obviously seriously and negatively affected. And we're saying it's high time that those SOEs must pull together stimulus packages, create jobs, champion localization, and we're calling, for instance, on the EDD department to move swiftly to ban exportation of scrap, to impose export tax on scrap, so that we can be able to retain jobs here instead of exporting them.
Where does political parties come into this? I mean, we see COPE members are here, even their leader, Musiwa Likota, is here. How do they come into this?
Well, we're very firm. We have organized this march against corruption, and we are not going to chase away anybody who says he's taking a stand against corruption. Some people have decided that they are volunteering, they are going to join, and that's the stance we have taken on the 30th of March. Is a stance we continue with it today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's all we have for you right now. We are told the march will actually get underway at around 11. They will march up to Beyers Naudé Square, where they will hand over the first memorandum to government representatives. We're told that there's going to be people from National Treasury and so on. From there, they will move to the Chamber of Mines, hand over a memorandum there, and then later move to the local office of the South African Reserve Bank, which is up the road from here. It's back to you.
Mbongeni, before you come back to me, I see that Terry Lakota has joined you just behind there. If you can maybe just ask him, what are they doing at the march?
You're going to have to repeat that question. I didn't get it. It's a bit noisy here.
The leader of COPE is right behind you there. Could you maybe just chat to him and find out what he's doing at the march?
Well, all I can say is that about this march is that, in fact, NUMSA is expecting big numbers here, more than what we have at the moment. Of course, they won't put a figure to it. Also, it's worth noting that NUMSA has got this long-running feud with COSATU. You remember COSATU had their own march last week. They had a big march here in Johannesburg and also in other provinces. And someone was saying to me earlier, actually it's Patrick Craven, the former spokesperson of COSATU, was saying that you can see already the numbers here are bigger than the marches we've seen recently. So NUMSA is going to want to outdo COSATU with the numbers that we saw here. So whether that actually transpires, it remains to be seen, because people are still arriving.
Let's try again, Mbongeni, if you can hear me. Terry Lakota is standing right behind you. I wonder if you could chat to him to find out what is he doing at the march.
Absolutely, I'll do that. Mr. Lakota, thank you very much for your time.
Yes.
Mr. Lakota, what are you doing at a NUMSA march?
This is not a NUMSA march. This is an anti-corruption march. The biggest enemy of the people, especially the poor people of our country today, is corruption. Echa imali yabo, abantu balambile abana zindlu, abantu abana mfundo, because ye corruption. Mzabalazo ke lo wabantu. And apho abantu belamba khona uzawundifumana apho. Uzawusifumana apho ba Congress of the People. Sayimisa silwele into yoba no. Siyayibona corruption iyangena kwa African National Congress. Sayimisilapha ke ngalo.
Well, it seems like corruption is becoming a new, what would you call it, rallying point or campaigning point? Because, I mean, just 2 weeks ago, we had a similar march led by Zwelithini Mavavi.
Yes.
I believe you may have been part of it. Now we have this one. Are we going to be seeing more of these marches and campaigns against corruption?
At the time when apartheid was the main problem of our people, we rallied the people of our country, big and small towns, big and small organizations, because that was the singular most serious enemy of the people of South Africa. Today, corruption is the biggest damage to the people of our country, the poor people in particular, the workers, students, everybody. As long as that is so, sizawudibanisa abantu sime ngezwi lodwa mayichithwe i-corruption. Therefore siyakhe ikusasa elihle kubo bonke abantu base-South Africa. Kungatyi abambalwana, ininzi labantu lingenanto elityayo, lingenandawo apho lihlala khona.
Thank you very much for your time.
My privilege, sir.
Well, we also understand that Zwelithini Mavavi, like I mentioned earlier, he had his own anti-corruption march about 2 weeks ago, where they marched to the Union Buildings in Pretoria. We are told that he's going to be giving an address here before the march gets underway. So there may be other politicians actually coming and joining this march. We'll just see how it turns out. But it's getting interesting.
Thank you.
Back to you.
Thank you, Mbongeni. That's our reporter in the CBD there, Mbongeni Muthwa.